Hello, everybody. Welcome to Space Engineers.
So, hello, welcome back to my viewers who've been with us for a few minutes. Yeah, so to explain where we're up to, yesterday in real time, which is probably, I don't know, a month ago or something for my viewers, Spidey and Mia and Almond started building their drone system. And if you want to see that, because I think the only recording of that is on Spidey's channel. If you look for a stream called Building Things with Mia, if you want to watch that. And I was, for a short period at the end of the stream, just flying around. You don't get to see my perspective, but I was chatting with them a bit. Just flying past lumps of rock, looking to see what was out there. But now it's time for AnubizRa and I to get together and start building our thing, which is over there. Looks like 7 kilometers. So I'm about 7 kilometers away.
Right. And when Sal says over there, on my screen, it's here.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got 2 asteroids here. So there's the main, like, one that my house is at, or at least that's the first one we found. And then there's another asteroid just off to the left. So by this giant asteroid here, I'm going to start building our processing plant, our ore processing plant. And Sal will make her way back, and yeah, then she'll give me a hand when she gets here.
Yep. I shan't be long. I'm just going to waypoint this rock that I'm at.
All right, so I've done a bit of a design on this. Don't have projections and all that jazz. Nothing fancy. Just kind of go to it here.
Mm-hmm.
I have pictures, though. I've shared pictures with Sal.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep them secret from you guys. You're going to see it get
really
revealed. All right, so I'm going to start with the cargo container. So where is the large?
Now,
where are we going to...
What was the idea? Were we going to actually build on that asteroid where we're at there, or were we going to choose a location out in space somewhere?
Well, yeah, I was going to build it just off to the side of the first main asteroid, and then we can ferry everything to it.
Sure.
So I need interior plates, of course. That's the one thing I don't have. So let me go back over here and figure out why my production is not producting.
One more question.
Missing items. Iron. No.
Oh, I'm bringing iron, don't worry. Is it a base or is it a ship?
It's a it's a base ship.
Yeah. Base ship.
It's
cool.
a base ship. So, yeah. So I mean, we're gonna build it as a station because then it won't fly away while we're building it. But at the end, I designed it so that it could be converted to a ship and still sit there. And in the end, this won't make sense yet, but in the end, it might make sense to you. I kind of wanted to turn it into a ship so that we could actually have it kind of like rotating on its axis, if you know what I mean.
Ah, right. I was actually thinking a little more practical than that. I mean, that's I like that anyway.
Look cool, but it'll
look cool. But I was thinking that eventually we're going to mine out this area, and we're probably it would be useful if it is something that we can turn into a ship and take elsewhere.
I agree, and it is. It's something that can fly. It might move slowly, but it will be able to fly. 59. Okay, so I've got refinery. Let's move this into here. I do have some. I'm not like, why isn't it taking? All right, so if I go assembler, it has iron. Oh, everything. Oh, all my iron is in there. Let's move all of the iron in. Oh, it's in the co-op too. Okay. Oh, because I have a whole bunch of these working in co-op with each other.
I've lost all the signals off my screen. Where did we go?
Why can't it make any? Okay, it says that. Oh, is it not on? Assembly. Off, on. Is it not? Okay, so where's my assemblers? You're on, you're on, you're on, you're on, you're on. Okay, so they're
I'm just...
all on.
And I'm just a kilometer away, so I shall be with you shortly.
I'm confused. So, am I in... Oh, I do this every time. I'm in disassembling instead of assembling. I don't... Everybody's probably screaming, yeah, no. I wish that they really need to make that more obvious. And they really shouldn't let you... Oh, I don't know. There should be some way of knowing that, okay, I'm trying to make something and you're in disassembly. They should... There needs to be a... Somebody needs to make me a mod that says, you're in the wrong mode, Anubis. That's a challenge to all of the viewers. If you can make me a mod that yells at me and says, stop trying to disassemble what you're trying to build, I would love you. There we go. All right, let's fly back. I'm going to fly far enough away from the main asteroid that I don't think that we can build without it hitting it, but still closer to that than the other one.
I'm 200 and odd meters from... Oh, I see your house now. Yeah, I'm just round the corner of the rock. I know that's not very descriptive, but what can I say? I'm southbound. I'm planetwards and planetwards and sort of anti-clockwise of you. I'm just sort of looming over the edge of your horizon.
Which way does the clock face in space?
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm coming up at the bottom of your house. I can see a red glow. I can see your house's windows, and I can see thrusters, which I think are underneath your house. So I think I'm coming from underneath you. Oh, I can also see in space some glittery lights, which look man-made.
Glittery lights? I haven't done lights yet, but I do have a large cargo container sitting down.
Might be that.
Oh, I don't have the elite grinder on me. I did that on purpose because I didn't want to accidentally grind the world down too fast. Okay, I'm actually just going to put down frames of stuff first. So if I put this down as the starting... I think it might have been the
frame that I saw. Do you want me to bring my ship up next to where you are there?
Yeah, I guess if it's got more stuff in it than mine, then that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to need... conveyors.
I'll just come and park alongside, and then if my ship gets in the way, we can easily move it.
Okay. All right, so we'll start with this, and then off the top, I'm going to decide this is the top. This is where we can connect your ship. And if I can see exactly how I did this, I'm pretty sure... This is one of those things where I'm working off of a picture that I made, so it might, there might be some, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't quite work right. Let me redo that going on.
That's okay, because I'm used to working with the pictures in my head. So, yeah, this is far better planned than I normally go for.
Yeah, well, see, one of the reasons that I like to design some things ahead of time is because when I'm just... I have a picture in my head, and then you start building something, and then you go, huh, that didn't work. And then you have to tear it all apart and rebuild it. And when you're in creative, that's a lot easier to do than when you're not. All right, so I want a junction, I think right here.
So I should be close enough there for easy access, and far enough away to be mostly out of the way. I might just, because every so now and then the ship gives a bit of a kick as we get desync, so I might just move a little further away.
All right, and I'm going to use sorters for this, and I'll decide later on if that was a good idea or a bad idea based on my frustration level.
I like sorters. It's just it gets really complicated if you want to be able to have things move in two directions.
Yeah. And that's basically what, so like the basic design here is, as we get this built out, you're going to see, so like the arm that we're going to build first, ultimately, each of those arms are going to do their own ore, right? So the idea being that all of the ore will come in on one end and then sort all into their individual refineries. And then those refineries will be dedicated to a specific ore. And then when it's done, it will sort it into a central kind of like cargo system down the central axis of it that then can be pulled out through the opposite side by the mining drones and stuff, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So at first, we're only going to have one arm to get things started. And so through that sorter, I'm going to let all ore go through, and right, but only ore type thing.
Yeah.
But and then we'll kind of reduce what each arm does as we build more, so that we can have because the idea being is that if we have a lot of ore coming to this thing, I want to be able to very, very quickly process it all, so that when the bees come back, they've got lots of ore to bring, right? So that we're always keeping ahead of them. And I'm calling them bees because I think you said, I don't know if that was in my video. Oh, there you are. Hi, Sal.
Hello.
If I remember correctly, that's what the drone team is calling their little pickup stuff.
Yep. And when you see them, you'll see why.
Oh, no. Okay, so this comes down. Oh, I see what I did there. Okay, yes, I put that there and that there. That should be fine for now, though.
Do you want me to sort out my inventory a little for you? I actually purposefully scattered my inventory around my little cargo containers, so that if I was struck by something or robbed by someone, because either are likely, that they would only get away with a portion. So there's a mixture of components, ingots, and ore scattered throughout all the different cargo containers.
All right, so if I put that, so basically, ultimately up top here is where you're going to connect. So if I put this is going to go up a bit so that there's enough room for you to connect in, because there's also going to be the antenna and stuff goes on this side as well. So now I just need to make sure. So this looks like it pops in that way and then goes in. Okay, so I've got the right side. This is definitely your side. Good. I started on the right side. So then it'll come in through here, down through this through this system, and then over. Okay, so I've got that on there. I want to build this. Goes up. And this is going to look really odd while I just build it the frame, but hopefully it'll make sense to everybody as I build it, including Sal, I guess.
Well, I've seen the final picture, so this sort of makes sense to me. I've got a feel for how it might work.
Hopefully going to be in the long run.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just come around and start welding things. Just be careful if you need to change things up, that you don't end up overfilling your inventory with, because you think it's just one bit of thing and it's not. It's a half welded thing.
Right.
Did that even make sense?
I think maybe.
Yeah.
We'll go with yes, and then if later on I decide, if I ask you a question later on where you think I should know the answer, because you told me just now, then obviously the answer is no. All right, so
I'm comfortable with that.
You're comfortable with that? Good. I'm comfortable with that too. Okay, hopefully, now the thing is that I'm always worried that I get the connections wrong. Okay, while I'm doing the frames. So that looks like it should go straight past through there and up top. Yep, okay, good. And then, so one thing I am using on here is you're gonna notice there's some assemblers on here as well. Now we don't need assemblers per se, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I put in the assemblers on here that will feed guns, so that their only
yeah.
purpose is going to be to make bullets, so that they
Yeah.
can stop asteroids.
That makes sense.
So that we don't, die.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now this is going to be the trickiest part, is figuring out how this goes on properly. So I need this to connect up. There is I think like that. If I pull this away, can I see? Nope. So that can't go like that. It must be the other way around. Yeah. Okay, so if I put this on here, and then I want to flip it and turn it. Okay, so we got one that's on the top there, one that's on the side there. That should hook up nicely just like that. There we go. And this is going to look kind of industrial, which I kind of like.
Which will appeal to...
Yeah, I like the feel of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that goes on there. And now this is when I find out if I made, if I took enough pictures in enough different directions. Okay, so next thing up is, so actually, you know what I noticed too? They've changed the names of the modules, huh? They're a lot easier to remember what is for what now. There's a speed module, a yield module, and a power efficiency module.
Right.
So that, remember how there used to be like productivity and
performance,
I think it was?
I think it was effectiveness, wasn't it?
Or effectiveness, yeah, something like that. And I always got messed up on which was what. So I'm going to go with yield modules, because I think in the end, that's what we're going to want, but I could be wrong. What do you think? Should we go with yield or should we go with speed?
I always think that yield is a good thing, because you end up with more stuff.
More stuff.
And
it'll take a bit longer,
faster.
but I think in the long run we'll be fine. So I'll put those on the back of this. All right. So now the basics is you dump it in here. This should get fed into there. This will get built out, which will then allow it to go back through here and into the cargo container. Okay. So that's the basic circuit, for lack of a better word. It's not power, but it's it's stuff instead of power that we're circuiting through. All right, and then power is going to be a thing. So next thing up is some solar panels. And also a reactor that's going to come on here eventually. So solar. So now to get the solar power going. So once I get the basic frame built, I'll just start helping you build it up.
Yeah, cool.
Now I want this to be like that, I think. Coming off the end. And then you can go there. And then people might actually start to be able to kind of see how this is going to look as now that the frame is kind of coming on. And just so everybody knows, I did show a finished picture of this to Sal and asked her if I went overboard, and she thought it was fine. So if you think I'm going overboard, Sal thinks that it's fine, and
I
she's
think
right.
it's perfectly in order. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
totally fine. Everything's fine.
Indeed. I mean, you've got to keep this in comparison to things like the rocket clock.
The rocket clock, that's right. I think that's what you said to me. It was just like, overboard? Have you seen the rocket clock?
Are you kidding? Did you even see the rocket clock?
All right, now, okay, so that goes there. And just for scale, I need to figure out how up on top here, I actually had, I think, something coming off here. Now I don't have a good enough picture for myself to realize how I did this anymore. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I must have put, okay, I'm gonna have to take apart something you've already built.
No, it's no problem.
That's why I didn't actually build this. Oh, and I was already full. Darn it, stuff. Okay, let me...
That was the thing I was referring to. When I said, just be careful when you're disassembling things.
To not do what I just did? So I wasn't listening.
Ah. They've changed the key. It used to be T to pick things up.
It's F.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got rid of everything in my... Did you grab stuff?
Cool. Yep.
Okay.
I think I got everything.
I saw something floating away.
Yeah, I picked up 3 bunches of things. And I'll just drop those into something down here.
So I do have to praise Keen. I really got mad at them a while back, and they finally fixed it. So I'm praising them for something that they did, and then something that they didn't have that then they added, that then they got rid of, and now they've re-added. But I'm very happy that they re-added it. So which is that when you press G, it defaults into the search box, and you can just start typing. I'm so happy. Small things, small victories. All right, so if we go... All right, so now, how did I manage this? So I put that on there. Oh, wait a minute. No, I didn't do it like this at all. I took the picture of this the wrong direction. Okay, so.
You're building it upside down.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if I put that there, that's gonna feed up. Now, this is gonna look a little strange, but it's because in Space Engineers you can't, like, even when you want to build compact, you can't build compact because all the blocks are so big.